Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a crafting project and I thought I would share it with you. I'm going to be upcycling a piece of furniture that I picked up on our buy and sell sites here, and I was very lucky to pick it up for free. So excuse my messy room at the moment. I'm just going to turn the camera around so that you can see what it is I'll be upcycling. So I picked this up from a lovely neighbour of mine who was getting rid of it, looking for a little home for it. And here it is. Excuse the leaves on the floor, I've just carried them in. So this has been loved, and as an upcycling job was started on it, as we can see here. It's got all the baskets. So as you can see, it's going to be a lovely little project. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get it completely done at the moment. I have a few ideas in my head. So I'm going to go off to the DIY store. And I think I'll take you guys with me. See you in the store. Bye. Well, here we are. I've arrived at the DIY store, and we're going to go in and see what we can get in the lines of paint and other bits and bobs. Okay, so I'm back home, and would you believe it? I went to 2 DIY stores and then one of these sort of has everything stores, and none of them are selling chalk paint. Now the has everything store does sell it, but have none in at the moment. So I'm not going to hang around and wait till they've got them in, and I don't particularly want to wait to do this project until they've got them in stock or I can order them online. So what I'm going to do, I've actually bought some acrylic paint and a spray that will give it a matte finish. And so this is going to be a bit of a hack, and hopefully it'll work. I'll show you the product that I've just purchased. Okay, so we have acrylic paints here, and they're lovely pastel colours. I haven't seen this pastel series before. So this is the colour that I was looking for, this sort of pale lilac. And I wanted cream, so I've got these two that I can choose out here, and I've bought some white, so I can mix it until I get the colour I want. There's also a very pale grey that I can pale even more with the white and maybe give it a grey top, but no, I think I'm going to stick with the cream. So I bought 2 boxes of those just in case. I bought a little roller to apply the paint, as well as some brushes. And I'm going to put on some of these napkins on the top to decorate it, and using Mod Podge. So hopefully this will work. Excuse all my stuff lying about. My greenhouse blew across the garden, so luckily that didn't tear, so I've got it folded there now, ready for the spring when I'll be popping seeds trays into it. So here we go. I might get a spray for these, and I might do the 6 baskets. So I might use two different colours. Maybe with me doing a lilac and cream, I might spray them a sort of deeper lilac, 3 a deeper lilac and 3 a darker cream in the top, so that they sort of stand out a little bit. So I would alternate them, have them down, you know, going in different colours down the front of the cupboard. So I'm going to have something to eat, and then I'm going to get on with this project. And behind me you can see the area that I usually do my videos from. So although this is my sunroom, it's almost used like well, let's just do anything in it room. So maybe this will encourage my husband to let me buy an extra shed for the garden so I can do my painting in there. Fingers crossed. I shall see you all later. Have a lovely day, and I'll get back to you when I've started painting. So as you can see, I'm busy doing a coat, a second coat here of the acrylic. You can see the first coat down here, how it's very patchy, so that was great as a base. So I'm banging on the next coat now, and you can see it's covering up all the patches nicely. I've done all the shelving parts in there. I've still got the top to do, and there's the first coat has gone on there. That's actually taken a lot better than the first coat did on the other side. I think I might have been doing it too thin, but I will give that a second coat. As you can see, it's still patchy all there on this part here, so that's just needs me to touch it up. So as you can see, it's coming along nicely. All the bits of dirt all over the floor from me traipsing in and out of the house while I've been doing this. And then next I will be mixing up a colour to pop on the top. So all this will all be covered, and this gloss will be covered. So, and then what I will use when I have finished is this here, which is a clear varnish matte. I'll spray this outside and cover the whole thing, and it'll give it a nice matte sheen. But that will be once I've done the decoupage on the top as well. Okay, I shall leave that. I am also thinking of spraying the baskets, which I've already covered, I think. Yep, I did. Yep, I broke my paint dish. I had it balancing on the edge and it dropped. I've used acrylics here, and this creamy colour that I've got on top is a mixture of white, a pale yellow, and a touch of a tan colour. So it's looking pretty good. There you go. I gave that a second coat, so all the dark grey is covered, and I actually painted in here, which hadn't been painted before. There you go. This side will need an extra coat. You can see there's a little bit of a dark area there where it's coming through. So tomorrow, when this is dry, this should dry nicely overnight. I'm then going to give it a spray outside of the matte varnish, and then I'm actually going to do a decoupage on top of that, and then once the decoupage is done, because the varnish will give it something to stick to, I don't want it going on to here, and then what I will do then is do my decoupage across the top here, and then give it another varnish once that decoupage is dried. So it'll be a nice solid surface. So there we go. So I have spent my time painting this. You can see here there's a couple little patches here where I'll need to go through in a second coat tomorrow. So I'm pretty pleased with that. The back is just white of the you know, the colour of the back, like that one in there. So when this is finished, it might look good. The pattern of the decoupage is this. I've got some more somewhere else. I can't remember where I've put them. So as soon as I find them, I'm going to have a nice purpley flower on the top there. And I'm looking for some old music paper that's stained, or I might even stain some myself. So that's that for now. Hi, so here I am. We've painted the little chest here, and I'm about to try my first attempt at Mod Podge. Now, I'm going to place some Mod Podge on the area that the floral design that I'm choosing is going to be placed. So I'm just going to spread that in this corner. Now, Mod Podge does dry clear, so this is what I'm using to stick it down. And I'm placing quite a lot here, just in case I haven't got the size right. You know, it dries clear, so I'm not too worried about it. I have taken my flower design off the napkin, because I'm using napkins to get this floral design here. This is it, and I'm going to be pasting it on here. Now, I've seen people doing their designs and they put them on wet. I'm actually not going to do that because I haven't got half the materials I need to keep it wet. So I'm going to have a go at placing it down freehand and dry, and rubbing it out with a brush. So I have no creases in. I'll rub the creases out with a brush here. I will use a credit card if need be to get it going. Whoops. I need to be very careful because the napkin is so thin at this stage. It really is. Let's put some Mod Podge here in the lid and place on here. And doing this, I'm getting all the creases out. That needs to go back a bit because I could just pull the flower apart slightly. That's no problem next. It will be covered. It is so fine. It's like, it's really, really fine and very fragile. I wanted to really cover everywhere. I suppose like any tissue paper, if it gets wet, you know, it's going to be a bit fall apart everywhere. But you see, this isn't all I'm going to be putting here. I have found some stickers in this book that I want to accompany this flower. And so this is just going to give it that sort of Victorian look, I would imagine. I want that there, but I don't want my whole flower covered. You know, I want that peeking through as the main thing. I just want a real florally corner, because I'm going to try and do something in the centre and across. It's going across the top. It's not going to be just all organically placed. It's just going to have a flow about it. I want some butterflies and other flowers and bits and pieces. Now there's some lovely birds here, but I'd like birds in flight. Now I'm just going to Mod Podge over this area here so that all of them are covered. Mod Podge up here. this will seal it all dry. And see, stickers are great, but I've noticed, I love this sticker book, the antiquarian sticker book, but I have found that they're not great at sticking on things. They move about or they don't adhere to stuff. So using them in a Mod Podge project is really quite enjoyable. It's good fun. And also it's good use for the stickers. That's everything covered. So now just got to let this dry. And of course more is going to be done in the other corners. I'm not going to give this whole surface a Mod Podge because I'm going to be spraying varnish onto it anyway. But I like that. I like that already. It's very florally, but it's very it's not overly done. Just pop the lid on here for now while I see how I want this to pan out. I want a design on the top of here that makes it unique, that makes it mine, that makes it show my personality. Let's have a look. I'll try and tip this for you so you can see what it looks like with the Mod Podge. It looks quite white, so it's been covered with PVA glue. So you can see there. That's the sort of design in that corner. Okay, so we have some lovely flowers, and of course you can see the lilac and the cream. I mixed the cream from yellow, white and a very pale brown, tan sort of colour. So I want something up here dancing, and I think just dotted around something to do with tarot. See, the cards would be too thick to put on because they'd give it a raised edge. So I can't put any old tarot cards on. And I don't want to peel apart in case I damage them. So I will look at things like, you know, things I've had with Kickstarter. So I've got Jamie Sawyer's stickers here. I might pop them sort of floating around, or, you know, have a tarot corner here, crystal ball maybe, with tarot stuff, you know. So it's all fun and games, and it's really rather enjoyable. Yep, I broke my paint dish. Had it balancing on the edge. I've used acrylics here, and this creamy colour that I've got on top is a mixture of white, a pale yellow and a touch of a tan colour. So it's looking pretty good. There you go, I gave that a second coat, so all the dark grey is covered, and I actually painted in here which hadn't been painted before. There you go, this side will need an extra coat. You can see there's a little bit of a dark area there where it's coming through. So tomorrow, when this is dry, this should dry nicely overnight. I'm then going to give it a spray outside of the matte varnish, and then I'm actually going to do a decoupage on top of that, and then once the decoupage is done, because the varnish will give it something to stick to, I don't want it going onto here, and then what I will do then is do my decoupage across the top here, and then give it another varnish once that decoupage is dried. So it'll be a nice solid surface. So there we go. So I have spent my time painting this. You can see here there's a couple little patches here where I'll need to go through in a second coat tomorrow. So I'm pretty pleased with that. The back is just white, you know, the colour of the back, like that one in there. So when this is finished, it might look good. The pattern of the decoupage is this. I've got some more somewhere else. I can't remember where I've put them. So as soon as I find them, I'm going to have a nice purpley flower on the top there. And I'm looking for some old music paper that's stained, or I might even stain some myself. So that's that for now.